Hello everybody, and welcome back to what should be the final episode of Trails into Reverie. Now, we've been getting bombarded on several occasions. I thought the 5th floor was the end. It was not. Then we ascended to the 6th floor. Thought it was the end. And again, it was not. Now, we're at the end here, about to enter the 7th stratum, which the game has promptly told me is in fact the end. I'm very excited to see what's ahead, because I kept thinking, oh, this is it. Then, of course, it wasn't. So enough talk and let's get going. I switched out my team because we've seen enough of Crow and Vita for now. I put in McBurn and Reen just for a little extra flavor. You know what?
A challenge,
sure.
is it?
Let's see exactly how McBurn
It's my turn.
Because we know how Reen and the rest of them fare. He has no arts. Oh, because he's... Okay, I see why. What's this move do? Okay, he just throws a giant fireball.
Get over
Perfectly
here so
and
we can rough him
utterly
up.
natural. But yeah, I decided to change it up a little. Oh, so his move is just to throw fireballs. Again, I can't quite say I'm surprised by that. I'm gonna switch to Reen because it's a little bit more controlled, where I can at least send off my attacks. Oh, it's so hard to believe this is actually the final floor. The final last bit of content that this game can offer. Of course, that's disregarding the daydreams and the mini games and Vantage Master and all of that, which I have yet to fully do, and I do plan to do in due time, but not something I'm going to do right this minute. I have been checking out the daydreams in my own time, but only a few of them, not all of them.
It's common enough.
What does your S-Craft look like? Yet this man is straight up a demon. I mean, we already knew that, but Jesus.
This one.
Ooh, cool cover art. I'm almost a little sad we didn't get to see him go full demon mode, because Reen can do that. Oh, I wonder, is that it? Aha, that's the one right there. What does this do? Oh,
Got him
he
down.
just...
Too late.
Okay.
Let's go.
Quite literally lets the demons of hell come out loose. In between episodes, actually, I have been doing a little bit more work in terms of getting better equipment. Again, nothing too fancy, nothing that's like, unfortunately, the final build. But their special accessories I've gotten a little bit more of. In no part due thanks to the shards showing up on the other floors. Oh my god.
What? There's more?
Yes, Crow, there is more, and holy demon hell. Oh, I bet you that guy's gonna be a blast to deal with. Oh, you're gonna be a monster to face. Of course.
That's not an everyday enemy by any means.
And of course it's in the middle of a
Think
fire.
you can make this a...
Okay, McBurn. How
I
much
got
damage can
something
you do,
special.
buddy? Oh my god.
I'm up.
God damn, he is a beast. I almost prefer those ones, if I'm being honest, because of how easy it is to navigate instead of having to do a complete run around of the map just to get back up. Or... wait. Oh my god, I can't believe I did it. I thought for sure he got me. What? So who are we facing here? Multiple people, looks like, again. Oh, the dancers, huh? They shouldn't be too hard.
Watch out. This one's tough.
Now, this is gonna be interesting. Do I want... you know what? I'm curious to see this.
Time to go wild.
How much damage does this do? Jesus.
On guard.
Oh my god. McBurn, you really are a beast. Holy crap.
These swords are of those.
I don't think anyone else is gonna quite come this close.
You're in need of polish.
Bruce Gang Ray! My mind is clear.
right. Nice work, team.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice. But of course.
Nice.
I still have.
That's how it's.
I've done it!
Yeah, McBurn is the sole reason why that whole thing was that easy. Not that I'm complaining. It's just impressive how over the top that guy is. I was kind of expecting to have something from the Kia replica.
Ready.
I thought she was gonna say something like, "I've warned you. Now you'll have to accept what's to come." But I guess not. I guess that was well and truly her final warning, huh? I am surprised
This'll come in
with
handy.
how fast this mode is, how many I'm actually avoiding. Every battle I have with McBurn, despite knowing that this guy is OP as hell, he still manages to catch me off guard with just how absolutely devastating this man can be. I think he's the strongest
This area is
character in
quite
the game.
treacherous indeed.
And
Ready.
by all rights, he should be, considering who he is. I wonder if this is
You
the
ever
second
wonder
to
if
last
chests
floor
are
before
aware of
the
how much we take from
quote-unquote
them?
finale. It usually never is, Rita. No? And what's with the philosophical
Now,
question?
Bring it on.
Man, he can be really philosophical when he wants to be, huh? Such a question to be asking about a treasure
boisterous.
chest.
Nice.
That one
Probably
means
best I
business.
do anyway, because we gotta get... Okay, his craft points are maxed now. But on the topic
We
of
can move on
what's
now.
next, after we have cleared this game and have cleared Dark Cloud 2, I'm still on the fence of what that will be. I do know that we have quite a few games in our backlog. We have Dragon Quest 8, we have,
Afford to rush in a
we
place like this.
also have Unicorn Overlord to
Hey,
finish.
gang, we've got a.
I mean, it's not as many games as I thought, frankly speaking, but I still want to get them done before embarking on anything too big. Although I'm not sure what game we would handle after Dark Cloud
Oh,
2.
we'll surely be using that.
We've been really
gonna
focusing
fight
on
that?
playing
Is it worth the
Unicorn
effort?
Overlord in the streams because,
Ready.
well, it's a lot of fun, to be honest. And I want to play it on stream.
I could get
Although
used
there
to
are
shit
times
like
that,
this.
quite frankly, can be cut out because there's just so
It's
much
common enough, but
like
that's fine.
time in between things.
My eyes deceive
Like what's happening
me,
with
or is that?
matches. It'll take up to like maybe 15 minutes to complete a whole
Threat is
map
real.
if
We
I'm
won't
not
lose.
careful.
One.
What?
Move in.
It's what?
Get lost.
I don't need that. Ah! I almost walked right into that.
Not on my watch.
I need to be careful not to use too much. But at the same time, I need to beat this guy
Crimson flash.
quickly
On
because
guard.
I don't trust
How
this.
plain.
Mount.
I didn't realize that was a,
All taken care of.
oh. Okay. I didn't realize that this, that was a zero craft move or turn. That's okay. And I do apologize if my commentary is rather stale or even more fragmented as usual. It's hard to keep my mind focused with how sick I am. And, well, logically, shit, I hit the wrong one.
This
In
area
all
is quite
fairness, I
treacherous
probably
indeed.
shouldn't be playing while I'm still sick. But we are so close to the end of this game, and I want to finish it.
Looks tough.
We've had
We need
a
to be
long
careful.
and wonderful journey, and sadly, it's time for it to come to an end. I do have plans to play Trails Through Daybreak at some point. I'm not sure when. I could technically get the game now if I really want, but I
Yeah,
want to
great.
at least clear up my
Alright,
backlog
let's
of
get this
games
done.
that we have done first. Alright. My team is geared. My equipments are good. So, what does our final floor boss got in store for us today? There she is. She really does look a lot like Kia. I knew you wouldn't heed my warning. But you will not go one step further. Try as you might, you will never overcome causality's defense mechanism. The what now? What are you talking about? Just who is this child? Oh, she's not facing me herself. Huh. The damned Growls Ritter. Well, looky here. It's 3 of the church's dominions. Then she really is replacing the corridor's usual guardians with her new ones. Well, at least I don't have to wear kid gloves here. Better pray Adios is still in your corner, because the cloth ain't enough to keep us from winning. And when we do, you're in for a whole lot of questions. Your efforts are as futile as my very existence. Destiny will not, cannot be changed. We'll see about that.
I think you can make this a little.
My mind is clear.
Again,
I'll take care of it.
McBurn, you are a fucking beast. I knew you would be strong. Don't get me
my
wrong. You continue to astonish me just how strong. We're almost to level 180. Another ceiling stone. Alright, girly, start talking. Huh. That all they had in them? I think it was nothing short of a miracle that we triumphed over the partitioner, personally. She looks shocked. Seems you underestimated our strength. How did you do it? Huh. Now that's a dumb question. Because there's nothing that can stop us when we work as one. The same as when we claimed victory against Elysium. As long as I'm not fighting alone, I'll never give up. No matter what you send our way. Perhaps you do have what it takes to succeed. But... Just who are you? Why are you trying to stop us? What is your goal? You seem to believe that I was behind replacing the Guardians in the last few strata, but I was not. What? Then who did? The logical assumption, judging by her words, is that the defense mechanism she mentioned is the source. Attempt to discover means of interference successful. The girl is not directly responsible. Confirming that the culpability for this event lies elsewhere. I am nothing but a shadow. A shadow watching over a world that has long since stopped moving. What is that supposed to mean? I fear it's too difficult to explain in human tongues. Oh my. Whoa! Hello. What's that? It's like something's eroding away the Reverie corridor. But that's... Observing new causality space. New causality space has been made contact with current causality space resulting in mutual interference. I have identified this to be the source behind the irregularity. Current status of both sides at present is balanced. So something is happening on the other side. Something that's in the process of taking shape. This isn't going to be good for us. Did you come from the other side of that tear, then? I am the first Oz. Oz XX. So wait, you're like Milliam and Altina? What does that mean? I see that you may have the power to resolve the battle against destiny. But I would still advise that you go no further. Not unless you are prepared to risk accelerating your doom. So please, stop following me. This took quite an unexpected turn. Can't say I'm having an easy time processing all of this. This is clearly more than what we can handle as our current group. We should return to the garden and talk this through with everyone else. Agreed. We're going to need everyone's thoughts before making our next move. I think it's fairly simple. We're going after her. What the leading party witnessed at the end of the seventh stratum was beyond their wildest imaginations. While plenty of questions still remained, they did finally find some answers. And so, they decided to return to the garden to discuss all that they had learned with the others. At least we're finally getting somewhere. She bears such a striking resemblance to Kia. Now we know she is. The first Oz. Oh, Z. I'm calling it Oz, it's easier. Oz XX. I never even considered that there had once been a first of us. That isn't something you should beat yourself up over, Allie. She's right. And the last thing any of us expected to see was a new Oz after the Twilight was put to rest. No wonder we were having that gut feeling that something was wrong. Yes, something about her felt so familiar. Or perhaps there was an innate affinity. It was like I could feel at ease around her, even though we never met her before. That's understandable. I expected her to have a strong connection to Kia, but I wasn't expecting this twist. Yeah, it just means that there was a lot more to it than we were suspecting. The Oz girls are all homunculi that came from the workshop, just like the little bunny, yeah? Correct. I don't suppose you know the meaning of her being titled XX, do you? I would guess it's to indicate that she wasn't assigned a number to begin with. She's likely a prototype that was created even before the Oz was given the number 1. If that's the case, I wonder if that means she differed from the others in some way. Did something occur to you, Alyssa? You might have an idea, but it's just a theory. We came from across records dating back over 500 years ago when we investigated the Black Workshop after the war. Some of them did relate to the initial conception of the Oz series. We learned the homunculi technology used as a basis to forge the sword didn't originally belong to the gnomes. They stole that technology from the alchemists of Crossbell instead. In other words, it belonged to the Crows family or Cross family of the Middle Ages. Alberich said as much at the bottom of the Grail of Erebos. Guess it was true. Yeah, and now we have the evidence. The Cross family stole from them in turn as well. The cradle they designed was originally based on gnome technology. That thing Kyodu was sleeping in for 500 years. So the two sides consistently stole each other's technology to improve their own capabilities over the years. I believe so. I heard Alberich and Maribel banter about as much in front and... I believe so. I heard Alberich and Maribel, I think it is? Banter about as much right in front of me. That's just like Belle. Must have been surreal. We've only heard secondhand stories about those two, but I don't envy you being caught in the middle of that exchange. I think I understand why Alyssa brought it up, though. If you put all of this together... Exactly. You must have come to the same conclusion as I did. It's only logical that the gnome's first attempt to create a homunculus designed to be the sword of the end would be a copy of the homunculus the alchemist had already designed. I think that's a safe assumption. It explains why she and I look so much alike. Elysium managed to find someone that was lost to history over 500 years ago, and then it recreated her as if she was here all along. So that's how Oz XX came to be. It's almost unthinkable. Almost. It's impossible to deny what Elysium is capable of after what we've seen. I agree, and the logic does check out. What's happening here continues to connect to us in more ways than we realized. There's another question potentially answered, but others still remain. Why is she inside the Reverie corridor? What is she trying to achieve? Those are excellent questions. Knowing she was created by Elysium isn't nearly as important as knowing to what end. Every decision Elysium makes is in its own best interest, so she must have had some purpose. Though, she didn't seem to be actively trying to achieve anything at all just yet. Even if the reason for her existence isn't apparent yet, I'm sure she has one. We essentially cheated our way to victory over Elysium by using this world to become stronger than it could protect. On the other hand, Elysium became aware of what was happening and was certainly devising a solution to stop us. It would be something that, if allowed to reach its conclusion, would enable Elysium to recreate the world like we originally prevented. This is difficult to wrap my head around, but we're dealing with something even more dangerous than we originally thought. If your theory is correct, then the seeds Elysium planted when it began tampering are now only just beginning to bloom. I'm guessing that the other space at the end of the 7th stratum factors into this somehow. Anything you want to share with us, Azoth? A logical model based on previously observed data is currently being constructed. However, it can be surmised that an impossible causality is being constructed beyond the deaths. As I am only meant to observe Erebonia, my information on other regions is less reliable. Though it would be logical to assume the phenomenon occurring is derived from events from the Crossbell region. Whatever's there is from Crossbell? I'm not sure what to make of that. Yet it's supposedly a causality that would be otherwise impossible. Let's remember where we are. This is a space capable of influencing causality to begin with. I'm gonna take a wild guess at whatever's out there, say specifically why Elysium made a copy of Oz XX. It couldn't be. Yep, Kia's responsible, isn't she? Take note that attempting to investigate the matter any further is heavily unadvised. What? Why is that? The threat posed by the other space has now decreased. Oz XX's return to the other side has slowed its encroachment into the Reverie Corridor's depths. Relevant protocols have also been updated based on newly acquired data. I cannot say that right now, has been relatively restored. Encroachment continues at a heavily reduced pace, however. Interference from this side may jeopardize matters. Current models indicate harm to the real world will be kept to a minimum, so as long as the current status quo continues. Anyone want to summarize that for the rest of us? It's saying the real world isn't much danger right now, but we could do more harm than good if we keep going. It's not exactly a satisfying answer. The real problem hasn't truly been dealt with. All it means is that there's a semblance of balance as long as Oz XX is on the other side. Correct. Meaning our further interference threatens to upset the balance once again. Affirmative. Oz XX also stated the possibility of exacerbating the situation persists. So what now? You want us to just let sleeping dogs lie and go home? Screw that. We didn't get dragged back here just to wuss out now. Let's calm down and consider our options. We can't just ignore that walking away now has practically no downsides. Even if it does mean abandoning our mission. Meanwhile, pressing on has considerable risks. But that doesn't mean they aren't worth taking. I'm not a fan of doing a half-assed job. I want to go after her. You do? Even after everything we were just told? I know. I understand how risky it can be. Objectively, maybe it's best not to risk upsetting the balance she created for us. I'm concerned the encroachment hasn't stopped, even if it's been slow to become manageable. But more than anything, I can't abandon her, not after learning the connection Milliam and I share with her. She was born over 500 years ago, only to be quickly forgotten and discarded by the few who knew of her to begin with. Now she's being recreated here, only to be compelled to spend eternity in isolation for our sakes. She's never had the chance to know happiness, and has now convinced herself that it's out of reach, pushing us away. So please, stop following me. Yeah. I realize I'm being selfish by going after her, especially given the risks involved. But I won't turn my back on someone being forced to put on a brave face, as they're heartbroken deep down. Not after everything I've been through myself. I simply can't. Oh, Tina. Aw, Tilly. That's exactly how I feel. I could have just as easily ended up in the same position as her if things had gone even a little differently. Maybe I would have ended up like her and not learned what it was like to smile. I was able to learn just how happy a place the world can be after Lloyd found me, and that's what I want her to learn too. Kia, you already know where I stand on this. I'm not going to overlook a problem that Elysium was responsible for. Besides, I want to become strong enough to extend a helping hand to others when they need it. Just like someone once did for me. Aw, you're so cute, LP. Do you now? Part of me thinks it's foolish to willingly charge into danger, but I hear you. If that's what you want to do, then you have all of our support. You don't even have to ask. We're the SSS. We'd be doing a piss-poor job if we didn't help a little girl in need. You're not the only ones with job titles to live up to. Team Bracer isn't gonna sit this one out. And you two have our word that will fight with every fiber of our beings too. We'll get through any hardship waiting for us. That's the Class 7 way. That's right, nail on the head. What's one more challenge that we must rise to the occasion for? Let's do this, everyone. If Allie and Milliam want our help, we'll be right there to give it. I don't know what to say. Your arguments are resoundingly illogical, but I lack the authority to oppose them. It is impossible to predict exactly where your decisions will lead you. Nevertheless, all systems will be kept open for your disposal. I shall anticipate your success. Thank you. You'd better be expecting it, because that's exactly what we're going to deliver. The unknown realm extending beyond the 7th stratum shall be tentatively be named 0th stratum. Oz XX's movement record confirms an access route, but further data on the 0th stratum is unavailable. All visitors are advised to exercise caution when proceeding. We'll be careful. Thanks for the help. If we're gonna do this, then let's take time to make sure we're fully prepared for the ordeals ahead. Good thinking. Let's head off to finally learn the whole truth as long as we're ready. Well, let's go check it out. People talk so much they're making me lose my voice. Of course, it's gonna be an 8th stratum. Call it what you will, game. It's technically the 8th. Wait a minute. Is this the point of no return? They never quite said. I'm going to assume that it's not. Ooh. So this is the other space then. It's incredible. It looks like it keeps on going the same way the rest of the place does too. Yeah, if we keep following it, we should get to where we want to go. Looks like you've arrived. We'll start the operation on our side then. It's too bad the corridor's rules are just as active over there. Otherwise we could have charged in together. But I'll be experimenting with Azoth on a little something I've dubbed spiritual hacking. So we might be able to make this work. All I'll need you to do is for secure a route to the very end. I'll help in Kia, but if you ever need me on the front lines, just say the word. I've got a brilliant mind for hacking things, so just leave this to us. That's it. That's all we need to do. I hope things go as planned, but still, be ready for anything. Oh, I plan to.
We'll see where this takes us.
The music here is pretty. Or pretty sounding, I should say. Can I? Okay, good, I could. I didn't know if this was it trapping me here or what. I wish I could say that surprises me, but it honestly doesn't. So, this is all leading us into Farewell Ozimiria, right? That's a consensus here. So, with that being said, how is this just further increasing my desire to see how this all ends?
Gotta be tougher than
because
that to stop us.
I keep going back to that one conversation that we had.
That's how it goes.
Don't know if it was the 3rd or the 4th game,
But of course.
Nice.
I still
but
have
it was one of the 2 games
I've done it!
that mentioned where McBurn originally came from, and I got a feeling Farewell Ozimiria is going to play heavily into that. As it technically should, all things considered.
Alright.
Oh. Why did you get the first turn? Recovery time? Excuse me. Wake up, guys. Wow, the mini-bosses here are no joke. If they're able to take my hits and rob me of my first turn. But clearly not something that cannot be dealt with effectively if you have a McBurn.
These swords.
But yeah, I'm 100% positive that Farewell Ozimiria is going to heavily play into where McBurn originally came from. And I'm also wondering
that's
how
nice.
the Calvert
But of
guys are
course-
all going
nice.
to play
I
into
still
this.
have-
That's how it.
And they just gonna be like a side show of Reen and his group, kind of like how the Burl group is going. Part of me doesn't think that's the case. Okay, so we have a blue and a red, but we got the red. No, the more I think about it,
Jackpot.
from the little brief glance that we got of Trails Through
I'm
Daybreak,
curious to see what's in that chest.
that
myself.
special form that the main
Everyone ready?
character had,
All for
I
one,
suspect
And one for all.
is also going to play into this. But then again,
You asked
we're
for it.
not going to know that until we've played it,
All
and
for one.
I've not played it.
And one for
You-
All I
So be
know
it.
is that there's a heavy implication that the Epstein and all the smart people of the past really had a lot more going on than any of us really thought. Because their names have been brought up quite a few times.
The 8 leaves.
Beginning to wonder if I'm going to hit level 200 before we actually make it to the final boss, which would be rather hilarious. No. I don't feel like dealing with you. Okay. And we'll go up here. Take this.
It's common
And
enough,
now
but
we're
that's
gonna
fine.
go to the next floor. But I wonder how many floors this is gonna be. I wonder if it's gonna stay true to what we've had thus far.
Enemy by any means.
Oh. I'm sorry. Is that a reference to the thing that we fought in the first game? It has to. Oh, it has to be. Oh my god. Oh hell no. I am not facing that. That thing was a bitch on Nightmare. And it didn't matter how well I
We can
had
keep
planned out
going
my
at any
group.
time.
Or even how
If I
how
think I'll pull
built
out
I
this
made
little
them.
number for one.
I still had the most difficult time with them.
Get it.
I have a feeling the bosses will
pretty well,
continue
I'd
to be
say.
like that. The end game bosses, anyway,
They
will
might be able
continue to
do
be
some
like
damage.
that in terms of nightmare mode. And I'm not quite looking forward to it, if I'm being honest.
Ready.
Ooh. I'm surprised I'm dodging these guys. I am curious, and I didn't stop to think about this, but am I able to upgrade my gear any further? I think I'll do that when we get to the, midpoint. I might go back
A
to the
challenge,
base
is it?
camp quickly to just, ensure that I've got the best
my turn.
gear that I can at least afford to do at this point. I do not plan to necessarily go out of my way to build my characters to their maximum or min-max their builds
Jackpot.
rather until I'm ready to engage nightmare mode. And that's not going to be for a while yet, methinks. I have other things I want to do, and this is something
I'll
I'll
be
probably
taking
do my
that
own
then.
time. But as I've mentioned before, if you
Good to
guys
keep moving.
are truly interested in seeing me take on the, oh dear God.
It's tough. We'll need to be careful.
No. Damn
Everyone
it.
ready?
All for one.
Uh-oh.
And one for all.
Get over
Are these things gonna reflect it? No? Okay, good.
That guy.
But I'm going to probably do
Ready.
more runs of this on my own time in preparation
Oh, I could
for
kiss Lady Luck about that.
the nightmare run, because with this game, I think is ow. This game is either on normal or easy. I don't know which. I wouldn't be surprised if it's on easy, because that's how I usually do my first runs. I do know that, but that doesn't quite matter because it will be changed, obviously, for the
You ever wonder if chests are aware
next
of how much
run?
we take from them?
Anyway, I keep getting sidetracked. But if you guys are truly
worth the effort?
interested in seeing me do a nightmare run, let me know in the comments below, please. Thank you.
Spires, eh?
I just realized that monsters level was 184, and the best people there are like around 130. That is quite the gap.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Oh my.
Passionate foe.
I'm hoping we'll be able to actually do this.
Guardian, stay.
I
Mirror guide.
didn't even see Emma was here. Her S-Craft doesn't really do anything. I mean, it gives me the guards, but I mean, like, in terms of actual damage to
Still,
me.
isn't that a pretty sight?
This guy is just... Dang.
Rest.
I mean, at least Emma's thing does that.
All through.
I'm only halfway through. I think I'm in trouble. I don't know if that's going to do anything. I speculate it will not. Oh dear gosh. Well, before you die, I'm going to have you put this through. Something tells me I'm going to have to kill it with the other group. I mean,
It's my
we're a
turn.
little past halfway, which is good. I gotta have faith. She'll at least survive one.
Now then.
There's Train. Yep, awesome. I wanted to wait till she got to 200 craft points because that does the most damage. Alright.
Okay.
Well, I got a fresh slate of S-Crafts, so now let's go ham.
Later.
Let's see how close we get to kill this guy if we don't outright kill him. We're very close. Awesome, he is down.
Welcome, a rematch at your level.
Those spires are getting harder. It really sucks when you can't focus on having some characters truly built. I wonder if there's a blue ceiling stone. I do wonder if putting them up to my level, like 180, I wonder if that'd make any difference.
Keep your heads.
Oh.
One
your
move ahead
asses.
isn't so bad.
I very quickly want to go back because I want to make sure that I'm giving myself the best opportunity available by increasing my chances of increased attack or defense. Alright, so we did all our gear uppance on ceiling stones, so we are all good for now. Is that... Oh. Oh no. That's... You've gotta be kidding me. This must have been how Valimar looked after being fully consumed by Ishmelga. It's the corrupted form he took on before becoming the Zeroth Knight. I need all of you to help me with this. We can't afford to lose here. Right. Oh,
Think you can make this a little
Valimar.
fun?
It hurts to see him like this.
Time to go wild.
Doing good
My
damage
mind
so
is
far.
clear.
The fact that we're actually fighting the Divine Knight without another
These swords
robot or whatever, what have you,
Need a polish.
is rather astonishing.
Gang rain!
Unless, oh,
Yeah. All for one.
not that easy, Valimar. Sorry.
Wrap 'em up.
We just
I
took him
still
a
have
Divine Knight and walked away alive. That is impressive. That was a tough one. Is everyone alright? I am, at least. I'm glad I had you all here with me. Even if it was just a replica, I hope he rests in peace all the same. I do too. I'm impressed we were able to defeat it, highly unstable replica though it was. Of course, that it could replicate such a being at all is a testament to the power our foe possesses. Exactly. Elysium was able to realize people and objects using its highly advanced technology. But the threats we faced here feel more like their concepts are copied and then made stronger. I get this place is all for anything goes, but this is kind of getting ridiculous. In the sense that it's beyond fathomable, yes. I can't imagine how they're capable of making superior copies of our stigmas. Or copies of me and Argrees? Doesn't get more anything goes, as the kid put it, than my other form here. At the very least, none of this should be possible simply by interfering with the Reverie Corridor. It's almost as though whatever we're up against has the ability to control causality itself. Yeah. So it just wasn't me thinking that then. I don't understand. Hi! Oh! There you are. Oz XX. I told you to stop following me. Why won't you listen? I don't think any of us could turn our backs on what's happening here after all we've seen. You really are an Oz just like me, just as unstable to articulate what was truly in your heart as I was. We're not going to stop until we reach you. Never. It wouldn't be right to leave the problems Elysium created unrectified. Humans are as foolish as their creations, it would appear. Fine. Do as you will. Wasn't gonna be any other way. We fully intend to follow the path we believe to be right, just as we always have, and nothing will stop us. I believe you're around the halfway point to your destination. Stay alert. So the next boss point that we come to will truly be the last. I can't get over how beautiful sounding the last area's music is. It's so nice. Then again, if I'm being honest, the people who've made the soundtrack for the Legend of Heroes franchise as a whole, I can't think of one song that I've truly hated from them. It's like every little song I've heard has been really good in some form. Damn it.
Bring it on!
Maybe I won't make it to 200 before the end of this, which I am perfectly fine. I'm almost half tempted to just go without getting any treasures. Only because they are respawnable.
It works, I guess.
It's not like I'm really missing much. So, I wonder if I should.
A challenge, is it?
Just go away.
All for one.
Good to know that that actually brings in my enemies. I did not know that. That's good. I'm not too worried about missing chests anymore. And same as not attacking any enemies because, well, we've already
Well, isn't this a cumbersome gimmick?
gotten a good point. And any
This'll come in
chests
handy.
I do miss, they are respawnable.
Wonder who would put that chest there.
And even then, I could always just come back in my own time anywho, just to,
That's
you
not
know,
an everyday enemy by any means.
come check it out. But
It
I still do
works,
it anyway. I think it's
guess.
just out of sheer habit at this point. But I'm not, I really am not too convinced, or too worried, not convinced, about missing
Let us
stuff.
be on our way then.
Alright. Can't say I'm surprised that there's a little more floors in the last one. That's good to know.
Oh,
Kind of expected
see a
in all
chest.
honesty. Okay, there's a barrier there. Nothing there that will help us. Now I gotta find the orb that allows us to pass. There it is.
Now, bring it on!
Ah, the final floor. Is this the end? Yeah, this is it. Oh. Oh! That looks like a flower field. We found what we were looking for. It's a field of blue plumora grass? Knew it. Final destination coordinates confirmed. Spiritual hacking process complete. Limitations on the Zero Stratum have been successfully altered. All visitors can now be summoned to the current location. Awesome. They really did it. Then the stage is finally set. The rest is down to us. Yes. Now all that's left is to make her see eye to eye with us. Let's go see her as soon as we're ready. Well, all I need is a quick rest. After Reen decimates the orbital statement. Station, not statement. And I think we're in a good spot. I think we can handle her. Or whatever she throws at us. Proceeding across... Uh-oh. A 3-part team battle? I gotta assume that they're gonna take the other team that I have. And the third team, well... we'll see. Surely I'll be able to somehow hold my own, right? This is the point I get decimated, isn't it? Am I making it challenging for myself? Yes. Yes, I am. Intentionally so. I'm amazed you all came this way. It would have been in your best interest to leave me be. Then we'll have to agree to disagree. We're glad we could finally reach you. Do you want us to keep referring to you as the first Oz, or would you prefer to go by another name? I have no name. I'm not Kia, nor am I Orion. I am nothing, have nothing, so it has always been. I am an empty shell. I am an empty shell, born 500 years ago, and gone without a trace before I could leave a single mark on the world. The same is true even now. I was suddenly recreated here without knowing why. But as I watched this world slowly converge with me at its core, I quickly realized what Elysium was hoping to accomplish. So it's true. Elysium is the reason you came to exist here at all. Though you seem to be more than just a simple recreation of what once was. Exactly. The Oz series was designed in order to forge a sword of the end. And that wouldn't serve any purpose now that the Great Twilight has passed. Yet, if we've learned anything, it's that Elysium always... Yet, if we've realized anything, it's that Elysium always realizes something for a reason. So you must have a purpose. I can only think of one other possibility. Her appearance. How could it not elicit a response from us? She was chosen because of how similar she is to Kia. In other words, she was the first iteration of the being created to be the Zero Child. Wait. You can't be serious. This is where all possibilities ultimately lead. The farthest reaches of our world. There are faint traces of one such concept still here. A being that once lamented the tragedies of their own making so dearly. They dissolved their own causality, vanishing from this world. A fragment of fate so small that no one should be able to even detect it. A fragment of fate? A being that dissolved their own causality. Adios? They looked like Adios. When Elysium was corrupted, it achieved the impossible by calculating that being's existence and realizing them. It hoped, in doing so, that it would create a new world with Crossbill at its center, while eliminating all obstacles in its way. That's so. It all makes sense now. To think this ties as far back to the ancient Zemirian civilization. So this still connects to everything the SSS went through 3 years ago. Seems that way. And it seems I seriously have to play their games because apparently their part in all of this is so much bigger than I had thought. You gotta be real twisted to use a creature like that as your last card. Worse, it's used all the chaos that it's in Crossbow to grow even stronger than the original. Right here, with you at the center. Now we know the root cause behind what's happening behind the Reverie Corridor. You've probably been trying really hard all this time to keep the problem at bay, haven't you? By using yourself as a key to keep it locked away. I understand now. Indeed, the pieces have fallen into place. And now that we know just what we're up against, there's not a moment to waste. So in other words, an enemy the SSS fought with before is here. The reason they were all killed in the first place? As I have told you, your efforts are futile. Balance shall be maintained here so as long as I'm here to will it. She will never wake up. She will never be able to cause harm to Zemiria. I'll make certain of that. But where does that leave you? You really up for holding off something that almighty for all eternity? There is nothing more for you here. You must leave and return to your own world. For you, this space is not but a fleeting dream, an illusion. That is how it should be, just as how I should meet a similar end as she did. I am destined to wait here in silence and alone until the end of my days. A dream or an illusion? I think you're right to some degree. But be that as it may, are you content with that? What? It's true that once we're back in the real world, we will forget everything that happened here. But you won't. You will still be here, eternally suffering for us. Are you content with suffering? That question serves no purpose. None of this should be happening at all. I shouldn't even be in existence. What reason would you ask that of an illusion? Whether you perceive yourself as real or an illusion doesn't matter. I want to know how you feel. You remind me of how I used to be. All I cared about was completing the tasks given to me. Nothing else in my world mattered. It was then that someone I cared about asked me what I wanted to accomplish, what kind of future I wanted. He wanted those things to matter to me. You remember, huh? So when I look at you, it's like looking into a reflection of my own past. You act as though you've accepted this, but is that true? Or are you just burying your true feelings deep inside? I can't just leave and condemn you to living in pain forever. Not after seeing who you are. Am I content? It's okay to want things. I also learned that through people I care deeply about. All you have to do is hold out your hand, and someone will take it. LP? Why do you care so much about me? I'm just a replica of a fragment from a long-lost history, completely detached from you. You would be spared so much trouble by choosing to ignore me. Is it because I have Kia's face? Because I'm the first Oz? It's because we met you, that's all. Now that we know you, you're part of our lives. And it's perfectly normal to want to help those in our lives. Even if destiny forces us to part ways, I want to at least see you smile once before that happens. Besides, you're not just anything. You're an individual who's hurting. We don't need any other justification to go as far as it takes to help you. Yeah, who you were in the past all comes second to that. We want to do what we feel is right. Exactly. That's always been in line with the principles and goals of the SSS. What makes you think you understand me so well? When did I say I was in need? When did I ask you to think how I feel? When... Ah! Uh-oh. What is this mana? It's resonating with the Plamora grass. Her mental state is causing something to awaken. No! I can't let myself think like this. She's going to wake up. You've been trying to lock away your sense of self this whole time, haven't you? But you don't need to do that anymore. You suffered long enough. Leave the rest to us. You don't need to shoulder the burden alone anymore. We're here to carry all we can and more. Don't worry. Whatever comes of it, we can handle it. The damage wrought by Elysium was always ours to heal. Speak from your heart, reflection of the Zero Child. Tell us what you truly want. Aww. Please, stop me. No, stop her. Set her free. Let her finally be at rest. Exactly who or what am I facing? What the fuck is that? What is this overwhelming stream of consciousness? As though it's conveying its very thoughts through pure mana. But this is... We were right. Yeah, on the mark. Doesn't look exactly the same as it did 3 years ago. But there's no doubt in my mind. That's the what now? Demiurgus? Another one of the Septarians. But this isn't like the Septarian of Zero or the original. It's more an incomplete blend of several causalities woven into one. One must be a distorted version of the Septarian of Mirage's original personality. However incomplete it is, it still houses the power of one of the goddess's gifts. This isn't going to be easy. And yet, we have still come out victorious. It could go easily out of control at any moment. Watch yourselves. Do I get to choose my team game?
Anomalies detected. Identify yourselves.
It's time to make a little girl's wish come true. And we won't fail. I'll put all I've become into this. I'll put all I've become as the final Oz on the line for this. We will set her free. We have to. This is it. There's no stopping now, so you better be ready. I am. Go on. I believe in you. Fight with everything you've got, so we can all make it through this.
Hostile intent detected. Those who oppose extinction must be eradicated. Activating defense mechanisms. Commencing eradication.
This is just making me want to play, the SSS's games. Really, it is. I am missing a huge chunk of information right about now. Okay, good. Now, the question is, what phase is going to be, quote-unquote, the hardest here? I'm just now realizing the folly of my plan here. And I don't know how I quite feel. Okay, you know what? Let's do it this way. This team looks good. I'm gonna move you here. I'm gonna move you there. Because the way I see this is that these guys up here are the ones I've worked with previously or just summoned not that long ago. There's no real reason to do this, all things considered, but you know what? This is the best we're gonna get. Let's just hope I'm gonna be able to survive these.
Insolent vermin. May the fires of causality reduce you to ash. Cease.
Hang in there.
Oh my
All
god.
right. Thank you.
I was just about demolished there. What does yours look like?
Let's not be spellbound.
Oh, crimson moonlight veiled in dust. Lend me your power! Burn to ashes, bewitching blood moon!
Yep, I would not want to mess with her. Oh my god. She summoned a volcano on this guy. I'm hoping that this is a... You get him to a certain degree, and then from there he... Or she, I guess, forces you to go into the other group.
Cease.
I don't know if I should use my charge. I really don't want to use it just yet. I'm just gonna assume
Cease.
that she can handle this.
There!
What? How much damage does she do? I heard she's one of the best casters in the game. Not bad, but I wish I had had more.
It's my turn.
Yep, that did not do anything.
Cease.
I saw that. Perfect reflect. Yeah,
Perhaps my
I
age
knew it.
is catching up.
Okay, good, it went away.
Enjoy the show.
Seems I have to beat this thing.
Let's go.
I don't think we're gonna make it past this, if I'm being honest. Normally I don't do this unless it's 200, but I can somehow get this in my favor. I might... No, what I should do is this. Can I not use it in my other party? Oh, dear heavens. Fine. I guess we'll do you. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that button. But okay, I'll take it.
I shall prepare a glittering.
I did it. Oh my god. That was good. I didn't think we'd be able to actually do that.
That I might again gaze upon infinite fates interweaving, disorder, nihility. What a glorious world it is.
Not with that form it ain't.
All who stand before me, raise your voices. Rejoice. I shall drown you in a most beautiful wellspring of despair.
Jeez. That's, not the least bit alarming. Okay. Since it looked like it had actually restored my assault gauge there, let's do this.
Show me you can withstand.
Despair.
Okay, we're halfway through. That's good.
Careless.
Sing my praise.
Jesus. This lady is OP as shit. She died and then came back to life.
Complacent.
Shit.
Impossible.
Okay, I guess we'll have to do it this way then.
Turn.
Raging Tempest.
Is this how I'm gonna win all my fights? Yes. Yes, it is. Is it stupid? Yes. But at least I'm doing it my way. Oh dear, Toa fell.
Easy peasy.
I should think on this.
I have a problem. Okay, we will... I'll bring you back because you have the most HP. Oh shit, I forgot he had the perfect reflect. No. She should be opening the door. This is where I fall. I know it. You know what? I'm gonna do something probably really stupid. Because I don't want to weaken it. So there's one other way to do this. Do this like this. We need you in here, along with you. Oh, you're already up there. You are gonna swap out Toval for now. There's someone missing. I don't want you as a tag-along. I want you in this team. You can go in the reserve. Same thing with you. You can come in here. I don't need the reserve, these things, because I'm fine as I am. Let's try this again.
He has nothing.
I'll treat you immediately.
Come on, guys.
You have my thanks. Answer my prayers, and if lone guardian stand, mirror guides, gleaming in the darkness, shine on, palace of a refuge.
Let's hope this does more. Okay, much better.
Let's not be spellbound.
Oh, crimson moonlight veiled in dust. Burn to ashes.
I still would not want to be locked in a room with this witch. Especially if you piss her off.
Behold, the Radiant Phoenix Blade!
Cease.
Got you.
Uh-oh. We should be able to, yeah, reflect it.
And I shall.
Cease.
Wait. So it's on me,
And we'll do the same thing as before.
Showtime. Sneaking mission.
Ready.
Start.
Foolish! Now, together!
Yes. It's my turn.
Is there a way I can get them both? Yeah, good.
Healing. You have my
He
thanks.
has nothing.
Right here! Foolish!
Mine. Got you.
Seem to be doing a little bit better.
Let's go. How's this?
And I shall. Radiant.
Got you. Now. After me.
Understood! Ready! Foolish!
Mine. All right.
Alright, we'll do it again.
I shall go. Got you. Sneaking mission. Start.
He has
Much better this time around. It feels.
Everyone. Got you. All for one. And one for all. Let's do this.
Allow me. All for one.
I forgot about those, if I'm being honest.
disappear.
Much, much better that time around. Now for the next party, which should be fairly better. We've heard your rant.
All who stand before me, raise your.
Just shut up and let's go. Alright. Do this.
How, proud warrior!
Do this.
Behold, ready.
And if they survive, then you start assaulting with the assault gauge.
Show me you can withstand.
Which I hope they do.
Behold my dance. Please. Combine! Well,
It's a little minute change, but changing their levels up really did help.
only just getting some caliber!
Because I can't afford much to give them their best gear at the moment.
I was careless.
Of course. All for one.
And now we'll start doing this.
Yeah.
Despair.
Let my guard down.
Here I go.
Show me you can withstand.
And her S-Craft is good and strong, so I might as well use it.
Very well. All for one. And one for all. Strike as my duty calls. All for one. And one for all. Strike as
We might just make it past this phase. I think we will, even if
I was complacent.
even if we go to the next team. We should definitely be able to withstand it and kill it.
Despair.
Impulsive to me. Very well.
This is it! You failed your inspection! Round 2! This is the end! Justice, fight!
May destruction
Awesome.
befall you.
Now you're screwed. Because this is my strongest team. We are so good now. Perseverance in the stupidest way possible.
Why do you not wish? Why choose freedom?
Why not? Oh god, just when you thought it couldn't get uglier, it got uglier.
Wish not for the bliss of eradication, and eradication shall be forced upon you.
Okay, if you say so. I'm still not scared.
Activating eradication protocols. Be gone from existence. Increasing output. More power required. May I see to the destruction and rebirth of all humans of the post-Zemurian age.
Huh. Post-Cimerian, huh?
Sing my praises.
Shit.
May destruction befall
I'd
you.
rather do anything else.
Guess we can't do the order. That's fine.
I got something special. This one's a scorcher. Doesn't hellfire. My mind is
That was a good chunk of damage he just took off.
These swords are of those on guard. You're in need of polish. Up down. Blue gangrene! It is. Rising sun!
Despair. Despair.
Despair. Oh,
Seriously?
she just took down McBurn. Oh no. Well, that's okay. There's a very quick and simple way of fixing that.
Thanks, I guess.
Not on my
Sing my praises.
I misjudged you.
I got something special. This one's a scorcher. Doesn't hellfire. It's my turn.
Alright. I have them, I might as well use them.
Thank you.
Right. All for one.
And one for all!
Everyone.
Why? Why did you awaken me? Give me rest. Give me rest. Give me rest. Give me rest.
That's
Give
what I'm
me
trying to do.
rest. Give me rest.
I think we broke her. I think she's broke.
Rejoice.
Your power boiling over!
May light shine on you.
Back at you! I got something
Come on,
special
guys.
for This one's a scorcher! It doesn't help fire!
My mind is clear.
Come on, guys, we can do it.
I misjudged you.
Rejoice.
Of course, they're gonna be fucking
May
confused.
destruction befall you. Despair.
I'm sorry. I can't lose.
Thanks, I guess. I got
Squeezed
something
him in.
special.
Keep on killing him, I'll just revive him
This
with that
one's
full
a
craft
scorcher.
point. That's more damage off of you. Oh, you dick.
Sorry, everyone.
I got something special for This one's a scorcher!
This will be the last hurrah before we get pushed to the other team.
Despair.
I'll take it.
Seriously?
Alright.
I will go.
Alright.
Dance, azure feathers.
I will go.
All right, let's do Blade of Darkness. Please, like to see you again. Oh, Slayer!
I didn't have a chance to do that before.
Welcome to my tasty wing. There, that's my PS2.
I think we're there. I think this will be it. Yes!
At last. I am now free from this twisted causality.
Yes, baby. Now watch, there's a fourth
Your
secret boss,
efforts
right?
from the other side of the distant void made this so. Thank you for granting my wish.
You're welcome.
Now I may finally be at rest.
Kind of sad that that's the best way to do it, by killing you, but... I'm missing a huge chunk of information about that character. I just know I am. We did it. It wasn't easy, but yeah. Though I'm not so sure we would have been so lucky had it been at its full power. I think drawing out her true feelings was what helped us win. I believe that as well. Oh. Are you free? I am. The connection between us has been completely severed. So it would seem. I'm in awe of what you have just achieved. Who are you people? We're nothing special, really. We're just people fighting for what we believe in. I wasn't feeling so hot about our chances for a second, to be honest. Elliot, look, in my defense, we scraped by. Me too. We had to throw all we had at her, and even then we only just scraped through. Me three. I think I'll just clock out right here, if you don't mind. I do mind. What a pitiful sight. You ought to try it and follow my example. Not everyone was born with a body incapable of feeling fatigue. I wish I knew what that was like. What an unconventional group you are. I'm so glad I chose to believe in you. Rather, I'm so glad you let me choose. I hope I was able to make my predecessor proud. You most certainly did. I feel nothing but happiness to have been given the chance to meet you. Oh no. Are we out of time? I am a shadow of what I am a shadow of what was. Now that my thread to this world has unraveled, I must return to where I came. I cannot thank you enough for what you did for us, for setting both me and her free. This is so strange. I never thought leaving this place would make me feel sad, but it does. Aw, gonna miss us? We were able to touch your heart then, meaning the battle was even more worth fighting. Now the Septarian that weaves destiny itself will forever be out of all's reach. Humanity may now begin to carve its own path through the great unknown. Even if you won't remember once you leave this place. In that sense, do you feel any regret that your efforts will be for nothing? But it wasn't for nothing. We were able to fix all the problems caused by Elysium. Yeah, we accomplished everything we set out to do. And there's no such thing as existence without purpose. All we did here, you being alive, all held meaning. Meeting you made me so happy that I hope we can maybe meet again one day. I would like that very much. I chose a new purpose for myself the day Elysium was deleted and my life was spared. Whatever comes, I have no regrets with my decision. My purpose is to keep following the light, however dim it may appear to be at times. That's the path we believe in for all of us, so I don't regret a thing neither. And none for me. There's no room for regrets in this journey we've already started. Will you do me a favor and keep watching over us? Your little sisters have built a bright future that we want you to see. I will. I'll be watching you from the land of dreams. As you share with me your world of endless possibilities. Aw, that was precious. She's gone. Even her smile was like Keto's. It really was. I'm glad we got to see it before she went away. The pressure sure is on now, though, huh? Oh, I wouldn't worry too much about that. We'll just keep walking our path one step at a time. It's all progress, yeah. Huh? I think this space... no. The entire corridor is disappearing.
Correct. Confirming that the obstruction located beyond the horizon of the other space is no longer present.
Then we better get our asses moving.
The Black Mirror has now claimed full administrative command over processes concerning the Reverie Corridor. No continued attempts to interfere with causality detected. The Reverie Corridor has served its purpose. Time is 1,238 hours, 21 minutes, 45 seconds since forced reactivation. The Black Mirror may now shut down permanently.
Is that accounting for how much hours I spent in this? He's off. That makes it really over then. There was so much we had to overcome, but we never backed down for a second. It was worth keeping on together until the very end. It was. We gained so much from this that ordinary training could never have given us. That and more. We should all be proud of what we've achieved here. I wish to express my gratitude as well. Your support gave me this time to act as a holy beast once more. We're always here for you, Zite. And you were just as much of our support, you know. Sorry, but I'm still in disbelief that we defeated a being of that scale. It's a miracle that we mortals were able to come out the victor. A miracle owed to each of us for having stood up. So thank you all for fighting with me. I would also like to thank you all for the very same thing. I'm honestly a bit reluctant to leave this. Even you, Rufus? It sounds like we all feel the same way about each other. Knowing that makes me sad the mutual feelings will be lost once we return to reality. But we're all going to be quite aware of that. You could let us bask in the glow a bit more. Well, time for us to say farewell. Yes, there's no more delaying the lives we've to return to. For all the many trials we've endured, I had such great fun with all of you. Just remember, even if our memories fade, the effect of our actions won't. So as long as we continue being ourselves, we'll be doing right by her. Knowing now that we'll be able to show her our everyday lives makes us a happy thing, not a sad thing. And if we keep it up, I'm sure she'll... Uh-huh. We just have to keep living our lives, and all the good stuff will come. It's the best possible way to celebrate the bonds we forged. Analysis on humanity's potential is not within my parameters, however. It is curious that forged bonds are what awarded its strength, exceeding that of even calculated predictions. Accessing Reverie Corridor Management System, converting database into format that can be maintained in Zemuria. Oh, so you're looking for us to find a way to keep our memories? Huh? What are you saying? Experiences within the Reverie Corridor cannot be perceived outside of it in an identical manner. It is at most possible to store them within you in the form of a dream. I believe there would be value in doing so. A dream? You can do that? Wait, but wouldn't that mean... Do you mean we'll remember what happened here? Oh wow. No idea how that works, but I'll take it. It's much better than forgetting it completely. And it will come into play again down the line. It won't be just a dream. Much, much better. I didn't want to say it, but I was with Laura when she said it. Made her sad. I had to throw that one out at the last minute to give a real fairy tale ending feel to this, huh? I'm guessing if it'll be like a dream, the details will be a bit fuzzy on us. Perhaps, but it's a lovely compromise to ensure the experience stays in our hearts. Hard to top that for a parting gift. We are forever in your debt for all the guidance you have given us. We are forever in your debt for all the guidance you have given us. Yeah, we really are. Even if I can't help but wonder why you decided to do this all of a sudden. Oh. Perhaps she must have been active for much longer than she was designed to be. Certainly, for over 1,000 years, it astonishes me she lasted this long. Yet, now we bear witness to the ancient, endless vigil of Erebonia coming to an end. Though I am in armor, I'm at loss for what to say. May you find peace with the end of your long, long journey. Modifications to causality have been repaired where possible. The contract with the first earner has been fulfilled. Upon termination of all Reverie Corridor processes, all visitors shall awaken from their dream.
With this, the long chapter between the Empire and Western Zemuria has come to a close. Yet know that as this danger passes, a greater one looms in its stead. I expect never to reactivate, but my hope is that humanity, joined by their bonds, will make a meaningful choice when the time comes.
Days off. And we'll deal with it when it comes. Like we always do. Thank you for everything. Is that it? Yep. Oh, what a journey. This game, I I love the Legend of Heroes games so much. There's never a dull moment with these games. Never a moment where you're not feeling for the characters. And I have to say, this has been one hell of an adventure, and I enjoyed every little part of it. And what's to come only tells me that the finale will be just as grand as this game was. And I'm looking forward to that, in the whole honesty. We've come a long way. We've made many friends. And it's just been a hell of an adventure. And I'm so glad all of you could join me in experiencing this game, because this game means a lot to me. A lot more than I had thought it would. Awesome. And I'm pretty sure I will before, I do my nightmare run. But we're gonna save. And that is where I'm going to end it. I will probably have the White Sealing Stone as a separate fragment to show, but I think that puts a nice wrap on our adventure. Again, thank you all for joining me. This has been a wonderful adventure. I appreciate all of the guys and girls who have subscribed to the channel, who have made comments that have said how much they love this game, or they implied things to come. I really do appreciate all of you, and I hope you enjoyed this journey with me as much as I've enjoyed it. And don't worry, this is not the last time we're going to see our friends here. We will be back with Trails into Daybreak. Not for quite a bit, but we will be back with our favorite cast of characters down the line. But first, we have to find out what Calvert has to play in all of this. Until next time, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next adventure. Until then, bye-bye!